Now to an alarm for Congress about a serious national security threat. It involves Russia's plan to put a nuclear weapon in space. Details first reported by our chief global affairs anchor, Martha Raddatz. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. Once the head of the House Intelligence Committee warned of an impending threat, alarm bells were sounding throughout Washington. And once we found out just what the threat was, they rang even louder. This morning, startling new intelligence on a potential threat from space. Sources telling ABC News that the U.S. believes Russia is working on plans to position a nuclear weapon in space, a blatant violation of multiple international agreements. The intended target, not Earth, but the critical satellites circling around it, vital for communications and military operations. Moscow's military ambitions coming to light after the Republican head of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner, sent shockwaves through Washington by cryptically urging the Biden administration to declassify intelligence about what he described only as a serious national security threat. The White House caught off guard.
You definitely are not going to find an unwillingness to do that when it's in our national security interest to do so. At the same time, we, of course, have to continue to prioritize and focus very much on the issue of sources and methods. We'll do that.
Lawmakers on the Hill also tight-lipped, but some, including the top Republican in the House, trying to ease concern.
I want to assure the American people there is no need for public alarm. We are going to work together to address this matter. Steady hands are at the wheel. We're working on it, and there's no need for alarm.
Russia's space program has fallen behind countries like the U.S., China, and even India. So experts say Moscow is likely trying to gain an advantage, but that is still cause for concern because it's proof of how far Putin is willing to go.
The idea of catastrophic space terrorism blowing up, billions of dollars investments in low Earth orbit, we think that's not credible. We think that's crazy. And but unfortunately, the Russians and other folks are willing to do the kinds of things that we think is unthinkable.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan will be on the Hill today briefing leadership, but sources tell me Sullivan was furious that Congressman Turner flagged this intelligence before the scheduled briefing. Meanwhile, the Russians are saying this is all about getting aid to Ukraine. Robin?
All right, Martha, our thanks to you. Let's get more on this from our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, the White House is clearly baffled by Chairman Turner's decision to go public with this. They say the president has been tracking this situation and specifically asked his national security advisor to engage with top members of Congress in this meeting today. The Senate Intelligence Committee says they have also been rigorously tracking this and discussing a response. It is still not clear why Chairman Turner decided to do this. I caught up with him on the Hill yesterday. He refused to offer any explanation. His motives still unclear, though he has long been sounding the alarm about Russian aggression. He also caught his other Hill colleagues off guard with this. Lawmakers I talked to who had seen the intelligence describe it as significant and concerning, but again, stress it's not cause for panic. And of course, all of this comes as the president is imploring House Republicans to pass additional funding for the fight in Ukraine to fend off Russia and amid an ongoing debate about the renewal of Foreign Surveillance Authority. George.
Okay, Mary, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.